Hello everyone, this is Hoenn007 here with another video for you guys, and with the release of Splatoon 3 on the horizon, I want to get this video out to say, what do I want to see in Splatoon 3? What possible changes, what possible returns, what possible modes? So if you're new to my channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, drop this video a like, and leave in the comments below at the end of the video, what do you want to see in Splatoon 3? So without further ado, let's get on with today's video. The first thing that I want to talk about in today's video is exclusive gear. Are you tired of seeing people with exclusive gear from other countries that you really want to purchase? Yeah, I know that feeling. In Splatoon 3, if they drop exclusive gear, they should drop it for the region, and then right when that event or special event is over, they could release it to the public for all of us to purchase, not just keep it region locked. So if they stop region locking gear, that could really enhance a lot of availability for that gear. Like for example, on Splatnet, they could get that same gear but with a different ability that is tailored to them. Like for example, I'm just gonna say that exclusive gear with special charge, and then right when the event is over, they could see it with Ink Saver Main, Ink Saver Sub, Ink Recovery Up, Tenacity, Comeback, Lash Ditch, all the abilities that is with the headgear. And same thing for the shirt and the shoes. If they continue to pump out exclusive gear post the event, as in when the event is concluded, then a lot of us players will get that ability. Not that ability, what am I saying? That gear. So if they do that, a lot of players could have access to that exclusive gear on their game. Like if they're in the EU, in the US, and Oceania, you name it. That gear will be available to everyone, not just one region. Next in line is the potential modes that should be in the game. Like, we already know the classic rank modes of Tower Control, Splat Zones, Rainmaker, and the newly added Clan Blitz. Why not add some brand new rank modes and only carry over 1 to 2 of the key rank modes from the past Splatoon games into Splatoon 3? And this is where they can really open up the game a little more. Since where the Splatoon 3 is going to be located, the past Splatoon games, they was surrounded by water, and there was a lot of water related maps. Why not bring a rank mode that incorporates the surroundings into the game? And speaking of modes, there's other modes that I would like to mention. Like outside of the rank modes, for all the competitive teams out there, the startup teams, the veteran teams, the uprising teams, all teams in general, and that is a tournament mode. A tournament mode will be beneficial for all teams that are new to Splatoon, returning to Splatoon, and teams that are still grinding through Splatoon. So a brand new tournament mode will have that option for all teams to participate in weekly tournaments, daily tournaments, monthly tournaments, you name it. And they will have that option to join their team in, sign up their team, and do a lot more stuff. Like there's 2v2 tournaments that teams been in, 3v3 tournaments that the teams could join in, and the 4v4 tournaments that the teams could join in. So having that option to participate in tournaments that if they cannot go in person, they can do it online. And speaking of online, that could also open potential, like how they have the World Championships, they have it in person. Why not have a variant of it online? So when the actual World Championship is going on online, they can have the World Championship also going in person. So in-person World Championship, online World Championship. Then they could crown multiple champions like that. So that would be a big time boost for the competitive scene. So if they have several options to go to, like if they can't make it in person, they can always sign up their team online to participate in tournaments. Alrighty, it's time for the big elephant in the room. A lot of us loves it, a lot of us hate it. And they always want to say, why did they do this? But it's time to bring the elephant into the room, and that is MPU. The ability that gave a lot of weapons something that they shouldn't have, and took away a lot of stuff that helps a lot of other weapons, and so on and so forth. And now, the elephant in the room, MPU. What possible changes could they do to you if you do return to Splatoon 3? Here's what I think that I want to see changed about MPU. There's a lot of weapons that they took away a lot of stuff in Splatoon 3. I mean, in Splatoon 2. I was saying Splatoon 3, but in Splatoon 2, the change that these recent appearances are in. Okay, MPU. What could they do? What can I see? For starters, get rid of the damage up. A lot of weapons is already powerful as is. And if they could put the damage cap built into you, that would be a good change. And let me rewind this and say, first of all, they can make MPU as a primary ability. Like it could be a primary shoes ability, a primary headgear, or a primary shirt ability. And have all the things built into MPU. Like for starters, the ink coverage, which a lot of weapons were lacking in Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, and hopefully it doesn't carry over into Splatoon 3. Have the damage cap built in, so if there's any updates to the game, they could go to that ability and upgrade it from there. So like if the damage cap is set here, and if that weapon is so prominent, they could decrease the cap, slightly increase the cap, like increase the percentage of this part of that ability, decrease that part, and so on and so forth. So for certain weapons, if they need ink coverage, they could increase the ink coverage within that ability. If a certain weapon needs a little more boost in damage output, they could increase the cap. And if weapons that needs a little more RNG, they could increase the RNG. If that weapon is good, they could decrease the RNG without taking out a lot of the RNG with the overall patch of the game. They could do it all within that one ability. Next in line is customized kits. As in, what do I mean by customized kits? As in, you could combine any main weapon with any sub and any special weapon at a given time. So any weapon could be tailored to that player's specs. As in, you could equip all the main weapons with any sub-weapon and any special weapon of your choosing. And depending on that build, it will also give how many points to special, like how all weapons are right now. Like depending on this weapon, this is how many points you'll get to special. So with customized kits, you could tailor, like for example, you could put like a short range weapon with a long range special, or a long range weapon with a short range special to prevent them from getting flanked. And that will open up the book of a lot of possibilities of weapons that usually don't have that type of kit. So with that, I shall say, that should really open up the floodgates for a lot of weapons. And if there's any weapons that are busted or broken, which I'm hoping that's not the case, if they do bring customized kits into the game, that will be a big time bonus for a lot of players. They could experiment on what kits suits their playstyle, and also share out, like, for their team information, like for all the competitive teams out there, what kits work, what kits do not work, and so on and so forth. And speaking of weapons, this is the last part of the video, and that is possible returning weapons to Splatoon 3. And what I mean by returning weapons, as in weapons that hasn't been seen in the game since the Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. So for example, I'm just gonna toss this out there, eat it in there, and that is the return of all the Sheldon's picks, as in the Sheldon's picks weapons from Splatoon 1 and the Sheldon's picks weapons of Splatoon 2. So all the Sheldon's picks weapons inside of Splatoon 3. So all the weapons like the Wasabi lineup, the Kinza lineup, the Koro lineup, all the special weapons that came out. Oh, can I forget the Bento lineup? So having all these weapons returning into the game, that will really open more options for players to use certain weapons that they like, since some people, Splatoon 2 was their first game, and veterans like myself, we've been playing Splatoon 1. So if they bring in some of the Sheldon's picks from Splatoon 1 and Sheldon's picks from Splatoon 2 into Splatoon 3, that will really help out a lot of players that hasn't experienced those weapons. And speaking of returning weapons, bring back a lot of weapons that they brought in a different class back into their original form. As in, I'm looking at you, CDS and DS. They shouldn't put you in the dueling class. He was a midline jet squelcher, but still had that painting power. So if they bring back OG weapons, or weapons back in their original state, that will be fantastic and awesome to the game. And there you have it, all the things that I want to see in Splatoon 3. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in Splatoon 3. I really want to know. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you are new to the channel. Subscribe for more Splatoon related and also console gaming related videos. Until then, Owen007 is signing out for now, and until then, I will see you guys in the next video.